It's snack time. I'm your host, Marno. Joining me on the playground today is my friend Chad, who is sharing his favorite snack, popcorn. Hi, Chad.
Hi, Michelle.
She's snacking.
I'm the Oprah GIF where she's like, hopefully you can tell by the noise where she's like,
I'm gonna join you right now. Can you hear this ASMR? Oh, I love the sound of popcorn like rustling.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. In a metal bowl. The metal bowl is so elevated.
Oh, I know. It's my go-to bowl for popcorn, mixing. I guess that's it.
So I feel like the fact that you have a go-to bowl for your popcorn, like, truly shows your dedication to this snack. Like, there is no other person in my life that I would immediately associate to popcorn but you and, like, maybe Orville Redenbacher.
Who's my grandfather. Fun fact.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
I wish I was a Redenbacher. I mean, Rabago is like money. could be a strain of Redenbacher.
Could it?
I got the R. I got the B. Redenbacher.
Because that's how genealogy works. 2 similar letters in the last name. I love learning.
I actually did. I bought myself 23andMe.
You did?
I did. I just got an email that my sample arrived today. So in a couple weeks, hopefully I freaking know some more about myself.
Wow, maybe you really will be related to Redenbacher. You'll have to come back, do another episode where you talk about your genealogy and how you like truly are connected to popcorn.
But yeah, this has been the snack of
your life.
Of my life. Like, I have pictures.
Oh my God, I love this.
I think it's still in my room. It's this like little like poster board project from maybe like first grade or something.
When we first met, listeners, if you're unaware of our relationship, we have been acquaintances, classmates, friends since first grade.
It's like one of those like, my name is blank. My birthday is this, like my favorite color. And it's like thing I like to do. And it's like,
shucking corn.
It was watching movies like with popcorn, like with my brother. Oh. And there's like a picture of us like on the floor of like our old house with our little bowls. And it was the sort of like plastic like Art Masters bowl or like
I love it.
It has your like artwork
shittily printed on. Yes.
Yes.
Did it make it past 5 washes in the dishwasher?
Seriously, probably served like I think it doubled as a barf bowl. Like when you're sick.
Wait, that is such like a commentary on art. That's like that. Art Masters printed bowls walked. So Gaga with the barfing girl singing Swine at that whatever festival that was could run. Yeah.
Art Masters was truly, I was going to say biting the hand that feeds you. I don't know how. It's like this bowl that gives you food is also what you expel that food back into when you're inevitably 6 years old and just constantly throwing up.
Okay, can we briefly talk about this phenomenon that like apparently kids just throw up all the time? And like as a nanny or poop to your former nanny, I can attest, like I've seen both children barf on multiple occasions and I only worked for them for a little over a year. So it's like, why are you barfing so much?
And all the memes, like I especially think like TikTok with like the wobbly voice where it's like, Mom, I threw up.
That wobbly voice is so funny. Like peak comedy are TikTok voice filters.
Or like the distorted image of like the little alien in the doorway. That's like, oh,
oh my
so
god.
funny. So like I definitely grew up. Well, I definitely grew up, but I grew up.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I've known
like,
Chad for like 22 years, and he's still a child. Bum bum bum.
But like the first sort of like, I feel like major iteration of popcorn was that bowl watching a movie.
What kind of movie? What was your go-to movie at that age? Because everyone I feel like had that one VHS that they just like really like ran to its end.
At that age, maybe like Lion King, which was one of the few like Disney movies I was really into as a kid. There was some like random Christopher Columbus. I get it, he's canceled now. But like there was like a Christopher Columbus like animated movie.
Oh God, Chad.
Like sort of in the same, but like it was fun. It was sort of like Anastasia in that there was like fantasy elements to it.
Interesting. I've never heard of
it.
This.
It wasn't like historical.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, but it might have been like even the same. Like they're all in the similar like non-Disney.
Yeah, like what is it? 21st Century Fox, right?
Yeah, maybe. Like Once Upon a Forest is another one that I used to really like.
Were you a Brave Little Toaster kid?
I was.
Okay, because you like this is not like a read. You just see. I don't think we've ever talked about this, but like you are a Brave Little Toaster kid.
I am, and one of the scariest.
The underdog.
Wait, you said you haven't seen it, but the images of like the boy, like the toaster, like he's having a nightmare where the toaster, he like burns and then like it like fills up the boy's house with smoke, and this is really scary nightmare sequence. And there's also this lamp in like a thrift store that has this really scary like like the face of the lamp is scary and the voice is scary. It's like
ew.
It haunts me.
I don't know if I've actually ever seen it, because I might have seen it when I was little, but I don't really remember it at all.
Oh, and it's so sad. Like Blanky, like they're caught in a storm, and Blanky is like gonna fly away, and Blanky is like he has a soft little like voice. I don't know.
So you'd be like curled up on the couch with your brother watching Brave Little Toaster or Lion King or Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, or the Disneyland sing along. That was probably
Disneyland sing along. I mean, I just watched it on YouTube like last week and was living my best life.
So good. When you're going down a hill of your own free will on a waterfall that night. Wait,
that's from a commercial though. That's not from the sing along.
Yeah, it is. Or maybe we're watching different sing alongs.
Oh. No way. I think you're right. No, do you know what I'm thinking of? Yeah. Now I'm just thinking of the Michael Eisner like Splash Mountain commercial though, when those like sensual dancers dance to it.
Yeah. But no, to say, so then fast forward like 10 or let's see, maybe like 10 years. And this was such a staple like still, but in its second like form. My older brother used to work at the Brea Edwards. Yeah, the Edwards Theater. And he would bring home just the extra large like trash bag full of the leftover popcorn.
This was also a highlight in my life because Chad would sometimes bring it over to my house. Along with your hot dog on a stick
lemonade.
Gallon of lemonade. And we'd like just sit and watch, I don't know, TV or movies or whatever, just with a fucking trash bag of popcorn and a gallon of lemonade.
So I remember posting on Instagram Instagram, like the bags of popcorn. I don't know if it's still there. Oh, it is. Wow. just Tupperwares full of popcorn.
Well, so where could our listeners see that picture if they wanted to? You want to do a little plug right now?
Sure. So my Instagram is Chad_Rab, RAB. And we're looking at May 27th, 2013.
So you got to scroll a little way. But you're not a big poster, so it's not like scrolling back to my 2013 on my Instagram.
Right. But you'll see there's all that popcorn there. And that was just the snack. I mean, and even still this day when I was home, sometimes we would just have popcorn for dinner, which sometimes I'm annoyed with, but sometimes, that it just hit the spot, something we can bond over.
Popcorn for dinner. Yeah. Like, the Arnos would never. Like, we just love a full meal. Like, no, don't get me wrong. When I'm on my own, sometimes I have a very silly meal or like no meal at all, like just a snack. But when you're sitting down for an Arno family, Sylvia and Matt Arno dinner, like, we can't even just have soup. Like, if we're having soup, we're like, okay, like, what bread are we having? Are we making sandwiches on the side? Is there also going to be a salad? Like, there's usually very rarely not just one thing. And if it is one thing, then it's like a lot. Like, she's making like a pot roast with vegetables in it and then like with rice. Like, we are just, we just want to eat. So the Rabago popcorn for dinner is just so foreign to me.
Yeah, a lot of, I mean, I guess most recently, just a lot of nights just watching The Voice or Family Feud into The Voice or American Idol. I guess we watched both when I was home. Munching.
And weird quarantine, like, competition shows.
Yeah. And then to get actually, I really don't get a stomachache that much.
From popcorn?
From popcorn, yeah.
You sometimes do?
No, I don't.
But, like, why do you have to point that out? Do people get stomach aches after popcorn?
I don't know. Is it a fiber thing? I'm not sure. I feel like people either eat it. Am I making? I don't know.
Oh, this is completely new information to me.
It either like plugs you up or doesn't. I mean, I guess that goes for literally anything, but I've always assumed because it's so like sort of spongy that it just like absorbs all your liquid.
I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, I know corn has like literally no nutritional value.
Oh.
Because our bodies can't really digest it.
Well, fast forward to now, my latest like popcorn update, which is such a game changer. So I don't have a microwave. And really the only thing that I really truly missed not having a microwave was being able to have popcorn to the point where I tried like doing the thing where you put oil in this bowl I'm using, but it burnt the bottom of the bowl and it burnt the popcorn. So I got myself a little popcorn maker from Amazon, which I was a little scared. Like some of the reviews were like, it burned my house down. But,
no! Like, did it really say burn the house down?
Like some Amazon reviews are like, obviously, like the ones that you see first are like the most, usually the most like either liked or disliked ones, or the ones that people find most helpful.
Yeah.
But that review was from like 2 years ago, so I'm like, surely they've probably like fixed that if it was, but like because that's the first thing you see, you're like, am I gonna get the faulty popper? But it is this little gadget. It's maybe like 14 inches tall. Throw the kernels into like a little air chamber, so it pours out into the bowl, and then you can add seasoning, spices, some little butter. So actually, this popcorn I have today, which I was inspired by the Melissa Strawn when we were at her house.
Future guest of the pod.
I have the Trader Joe's future guest of the pod. I had the everything but the Aloe taste seasoning blend, which I put on this popcorn. The one downside is that because I actually don't have any like oil or anything for it, it sometimes it doesn't fully stick. So the seasoning kind of either floats to the bottom, or I like inhale it and it just like goes right down my throat.
Do you have like an olive oil like cooking spray that like you would use on a cooking sheet? Because that would be so easy to use.
Yeah, that's what I need. I have vegetable oil, but I don't.
That would be fine.
That would be fine. That's what I use now. So it's been such a delight. I actually think the brand is called Delight. Maybe that's why. Having this little popcorn machine for my snack time.
I love this like evolution for you. I feel like you're at like I feel like the only like next step that you have is to get like one of those like full on popcorn carts from like Disneyland with like a little person inside, like the little like robot inside that looks like he's like popping the corn.
Yeah, where you put it in like that metal thing and like the top sort of like lifts up when it's popping out.
Yeah. Ooh. Like that visual is art, you know?
I think they sell like the little ones. I mean, I don't have like room for that, but someday.
Yeah. Well, when we eventually have our musical theater company with like Julia and Melissa and whoever else wants to get on board, like obviously we'll have a large size, full size popcorn cart at the theater. Like it's not even a question.
Yeah. It'll be right next to my Slushie machine.
Yes. Oh my God. What flavor? Okay, so like what size Slushie machine? Like how many flavors would it have? You know, like to be realistic, like, and then what flavors would you pick?
We're talking like an industrial Slushie machine.
Like in the 7-Eleven.
Like in the 7-Eleven, or like the kinds where you can make like frozen margaritas. So I think 2, so you could have like, I mean, depending on what you like, you know, you could have the red and the blue, or the lemonade and the
but like if you could only pick 2, what are your like 2 favorite Slushie flavors?
Oh,
oops, I just dropped my popcorn.
I feel like any sort of like lemonade.
Not any limeade? Sort of like lemonade.
For slush, I feel like just lemonade is more like that's what I would be expecting. Obviously, if there was a limeade, I would go for that. And I guess like it's gonna sound like with Slurpees, like if there's any sort of like Mountain Dew, like Purple Explosion Extreme,
like you want the gimmicks.
Like, I want the gimmick.
Give me the gimmicks.
I want the Airheads. I want the Sour Patch Kids flavoring.
Oh my God.
But for basic ones, probably like one I could make myself. I could probably do like a lemonade flavor. Or I mean, I've been having. I feel like I've sort of phased out of my peach moment, and I'm now moving into mango.
Okay. Yes, you had a big peach moment, which
big peach moment.
Like ultimate memory, which now. I mean, thanks to Miss Rona, I don't experience these kinds of soda machines anymore. But the soda you know what I'm going to say? The soda machines where it's a touch screen and it's like Coca-Cola products, but like every Coca-Cola product and like all of the flavor, like syrups to add in and like literally anything you want.
Coca-Cola Freestyle.
Yeah, oh my God, of course you know the name. Coca-Cola Freestyle. Miss Freestyle over here from the Coca-Cola family. We stan. Anywho, so I love those machines, and Chad and I, especially when we were living together, loved to frequent the movie theater. We were both AMC Stubs member. Oh no, AMC A-list members at the time. So we would just go to the movies and sometimes have like a coupon for a popcorn and or drink. And so one time we both ended up getting drinks, and Chad was getting Fanta, which like we're both Fanta bitches. Like we love the flavors. And he got like Fanta he got orange Fanta with peach Fanta mixed in. And I was like, wait, this is a concept. So I also got it. And it was, was this time that we were sharing? Was the first time maybe a sharing moment where we just took 2 straws? This is, if this story is going to get aged at all, it's the fact that we were in a movie theater sharing a drink. Before the end times. So I think that's what happened. So he was like, oh, is it okay if I I bet it was like you were like, oh, is it okay if I mix these? And I was like, yes, I love this concept. And it ended up being delicious. And then like a few times after that, I would do the same thing, and it was so good.
So good. Because you have the sort of like tart of orange with like the smoother side of peach.
And I'm not a big fake peach person. Like I don't like Peachios. I usually don't like peach flavored candies. But Fanta got it right.
Yeah. And what I mean, this is a side note, but I would sometimes save my cup from the movie theaters. So every time I'd go, I would just pull my cup out and
thrift queen geniusness.
Yeah, because the New York, like you could be, like no one would question you. I think there was one time I was going to do it here in DC, but I think it was before I started work. So there was like no one in the theater. And like I was like the only person in the lobby. I'm like, well, they're clearly going to see that I didn't purchase a soda from them.
That's so funny. It's like wild though, the price of a soda. It's everything at the movies is like astoundingly expensive compared to like what you know the product is worth. But like popcorn and soda, like popcorn costs nothing. Corn is the cheapest crop literally ever. And soda also is not expensive at all. Like it is just insane the amount that you can spend at the movie theater.
Yeah.
But it's the experience.
I just thought of a popcorn story, which I don't know why I never told you this, because when it was happening, I was like, this was bound to happen, but it just hadn't until that moment. So it was, I remember it so vividly now.
It's all coming back to me now.
It was a potential snow day. And so all like the government employees, like myself included, were released from work early to like avoid the weather or traffic and stuff. And there is a little like independent theater that's pretty close to where I work that does a lot of, like independent movies. But that day they had, it was around Oscar season. So they were doing showings of all the shorts and all the animated shorts. So I went, like I got off early enough where I was like, oh, I have time to like go see the shorts films. So I went, watched it. It was great. And then as I was about to leave the theater out, like, they must have did this on purpose, but the animated ones were happening pretty much right after. So I was like, yeah, I'm also going to get a ticket for the animated short. And it happened to be in the exact same like auditorium that I was at for the real ones. So
the real one.
So I went like right back in, and I think because I left early, I didn't have lunch. It was like I was getting a little hungry, and then I took a seat. And at this point, more people had gotten off work, so it was a little bit busier. Wait, that's not really important to the story. But I was in a seat, and I saw like a 3/4 bag of popcorn.
Oh my God.
Like, on the floor a few seats away from me that I knew, because I pretty much sat probably exactly where I was before. So I knew that it was from the person that was there probably just 10 minutes prior to the other showing. And so before the theater got too crowded, I was like, I'm just gonna snag this bag of popcorn. I knew it would feel like if I had walked into that auditorium, like, because like there wasn't even time for them to even clean the auditorium. I'm like
So
giving myself
you were doing the cleaning people a favor.
I was.
Wait, but is this the first time that you've done this, or have I just joked about it so much that I've convinced myself that you've already done this?
I don't know.
Because I feel like whenever I see like almost full popcorns, I'll like, if I'm with you, be like, hey, Chad. Or if I'm not with you, I'll send you a picture of it and be like, don't you wish you could eat this or something stupid like that? So I'm like, have you actually done that? Or is it just like a joke in my mind?
I feel like I had it because when I did do it, I was like, it's finally happening. Like I had that thought with me of like,
wait, and was that this past winter?
Mm-hmm.
Like before we knew coronavirus was really happening, but like it probably was already in the States. Or
probably,
before that.
Yeah. I mean, this was Oscar season, so like February.
Oh my God, Chad, you could have gotten corona from this quarter-eaten bag of popcorn.
I mean, I could have gotten it from a number of things.
I mean, yeah. But like, imagine if your number one love, popcorn, was the one to betray you.
Yeah, I really hope I don't get what's the like you can't eat the seeds or the nuts?
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that sucks.
Is that diverticulitis or?
That sounds right, but I'm not sure.
I hope that doesn't. But if it does, I'll just soak it in water and drink it.
Ew.
Or have the Birdie Bots butter popcorn flavored jelly beans.
Oh my God! So you just want like buttered corn,
or is it just Jelly Bellies? Is it Birdie Bots specifically? I don't know.
I don't know either, but I think Jelly Bellies produces the Birdie Bots brand. I think they're the like distributor or whatever it's called, manufacturer.
Bogies.
Alas, earwax. R.I.P. to like just being able to freely say that you love Harry Potter. Like now I feel like I really have to be like, okay, but I still like it's the memories, it's my childhood. Like I don't want to like monetarily support J.K. Rowling now, but it's still like in my heart.
Yeah. Was it Ron shoving the wand up the troll's nose and Sorcerer's Stone walked, so everyone doing COVID-19 tests could run.
Oh my God. And bringing it back to bogies.
And bringing it back to bogies.
And bogies, bringing it back to bogey flavored Birdie Bots every flavored bean. Then that's popcorn flavored jelly beans. And then that's popcorn. And that's why we're here today. Popcorn.
Wait, what kind of popcorn are you eating? Like do you like? Are you? I know we've mentioned a Redenbacher. What are you? Act 2? God forbid. Are you Newman's Own?
I want to know about this like distaste for Act 2.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like the box or.
You're like, why is it Act 2? Why not Act 1? Like, why brand yourself as second best?
Yeah. Maybe because it doesn't have like a person, whereas, like Newman's Own is obviously a person.
Chad really needs like a face on a packaging to like know if he trusts them or not.
If it's not anthropomorphized, then, which I know that's not really anthropomorph, but like, it needs that human quality.
That human connection.
Content, writing copy for these popcorn.
You could. Do it freelance. I support you. So I'm like not a like I do love popcorn, and like if I smell popcorn, I'm like I want some, but it's not like my go-to snack. Like I'm a big chip gal, but my mom lives and dies for popcorn. Like before we got on this Zoom call for the podcast, I had popped this corn, popping the corn, feeding the children. I popped this corn and I was like, it was way early and I knew my mom would want some, and I'm like not going to be able to finish this whole thing of microwaved popcorn. So I brought it to her and she was like, oh, what is this? And I was like, you can have some right now, like before I need it, before I'm recording. And she was like, okay. I leave it with her and she's, you know, working from home. And I go downstairs and I hear her yell, wow, this is so good. I'm like, yeah, like it's popcorn. Like you bought it, like you've had this, you know it's good. But it's funny. So anyway, so she's the popcorn purchaser in this household, and she is a big butter gal. So no matter the brand, there's got to be a lot of butter. Like this popcorn I'm eating is yellow, like looks like a cartoon drawing of popcorn, like neon yellow, so like that good fake butter. And I feel like she used to always buy, I don't know what brand it is, but the kind where it's like already in a little bucket and it pops like in that. But this brand that I'm eating right now is Orville Redenbacher, and I don't know what the like exact flavor is called. Maybe it's called like movie theater butter or something, but it's like the super buttery one. And it's delicious. I'd say I would really like if I was gonna choose a flavor to like go with my popcorn, I would just say like butter. I mean, the ultimate is movie theater butter, and it's just like so greasy and like disgusting, and you feel like you're gonna pass out after you eat too much.
Yeah,
but it's so good.
I need to share my hack.
Oh my god, I gotta hear this hack.
I'm pretty sure I've done it with you with the straw.
With the straw, yes, Chad. Yes, okay. Please so tell our listeners. Yes,
all the listeners. Here's a movie theater popcorn butter hack. Depending on your comfort level, you might want to do it when there's no one waiting in line behind you to get butter. I would only do it when I, like so many other things, no one's looking. But what you do, it's like the butter dispenser with, another memory, it's with the butter dispenser, you stick a straw into your bucket or bag of popcorn, and then put the straw under the butter dispenser, push the button, and you just kind of slowly lift the straw or move the bag down so that the butter disperses on the different layers of your popcorn so that it all gets butter on it. Because sometimes they fill it up so high you can't really like shake it or anything to mix it up. So that's the hack. I have a funny memory of I don't know. I mean, maybe this was 5th or 6th grade or something, going to movies with a friend. And we were sharing popcorn. So he put some in those like little cardboard boxes. And he's just putting so much butter all over his popcorn. And then like in the middle of the movie, he like lifts up the box and there's just an outline of butter on his hand.
No,
where the box was sitting.
Wait, who was this? No last names, but like spill the tea. Don't be shy. Say his name.
His first name was Brad.
Oh my god, I hope he finds his way somehow to this podcast and just like giggles listening to this.
I have another friend, like my 2 closest guy friends growing up, and he accidentally put mustard all over his popcorn because he saw like the yellow whatever dispenser thing. So lesson learned, don't go to movies with straight boys. They don't know how to do their butter right.
They don't know how to butter the popcorn, which like honestly, maybe a new euphemism for knowing how to please their sexual partners. They don't know how to butter the popcorn.
Don't know how to butter the popcorn. I was just shaking my bowl up, and it just spilled out all these tiny little bits. Oh, it's going to be annoying to pick up. Luckily, it got on my. It's just like on my blanket, so I can just shake that out.
You have some good popcorn stories.
Oh, I remember this one is more nostalgic. So this comes pre-brother working at theaters and getting the bags of popcorn. But another like family memory is that over the holidays, like I don't know if people have their like thing they look forward to, whether it's like the peppermint bark or like the gingerbread cookies. But for us, it was those tins of popcorn.
The Boy Scouts sold them.
Like, with the like Christmas image wrapped around it, divided with cheese, but the regular butter and the caramel corn. Like we would sometimes like buy them to give people, and then would just open it up for ourselves.
I love
that. Like, and then for some reason, like we just stopped getting. We just stopped getting them, or they became like, I think at some point they like switched it so that, because usually it was like half and then two halves. Wait, like half was one and then a quarter was one. But like somehow, like, because for us, like caramel was always like our least favorite.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, my mom like makes caramel corn like during the holidays, and she actually got the recipe from Nicole, who also makes a mean caramel corn. I love it, but it's like such a special treat that I like can't say it's my favorite, because it's not like what I would just go to, because I'm such like a salty gal versus a sweet gal. But I love that caramel corn is like salty and sweet.
Yeah.
Now, have you had Chicago style?
No.
Where it's like cheddar and caramel mixed together. Like sometimes they just take the two types and mix it, but then there was one time, and it seemed like it was like the flavoring itself was like mixed in it. It wasn't just like two separate types. It's good, because then it's like cheesy, caramelly, salty, sweet. The different textures too, because caramel corn like usually has like either crunchier or like slightly like squishy texture, depending on like how it's caramelized. And then obviously a cheddar is just like powdered cheddar on regular. So there's like the difference in texture. It's delicious.
Yeah, I really like it. And the thing is, like, we have I've never been, and I haven't had it much, but like when it comes to like Popcornopolis or like those sort of like elevated popcorns, have never really gotten like I would much rather, you know, if I were at Disneyland or something and there was just like the regular stand popcorn, or there was a shop selling, you know, the caramel with the chocolate drizzle and like the peppermint flex on it. I would much rather go for like the regular.
Me too, because I'd rather have a hot, fresh popcorn. And yeah, I'm not one to like buy. I don't think I've ever bought like pre-popped popcorn at the store, other than maybe like a Chicago style where it's like a very specific seasoning that like I wouldn't necessarily have at home.
Yeah.
And then the only time I eat just caramel corn is when my mom makes it or Nicole makes it. Oh my God, though, I just thought of kettle corn.
I was gonna ask that.
And kettle corn is so hard to pass by when it's at like a farmer's market, because it smells so good. You know, it's so hot and fresh. My college campus, what day was it on? I want to say every Thursday there was a farmer's market on campus, and there was always the kettle corn man, and it was so hard to not get it. And usually on that day, just around campus and like in classrooms, people were just carrying kettle corn with them, because like you smelled it. Like, because my campus was pretty small, like geographically small. And so, and where the kettle corn was like higher. Like my school was kind of on a hill and it was higher up on the hill. So the smell would just waft down through the whole campus. And you just be like, I need some of that kettle corn. And usually I would get some. Ugh.
For me, kettle corn is somewhere around like, I don't even know where it is, like the swap meet.
Mm-hmm.
That's somewhere, I don't even know where the swap meet is anymore. But like, I'm like getting kettle corn there with the family. Like that was our swap meet snack. But it wouldn't like microwave kettle corn. Doesn't do it for me.
I don't think I've ever had microwave kettle corn. That's just like not possible. Like it's a kettle. I want the kettle flavor.
Well, or like kettle corn flavor.
I know. I'm just like, why even bother? I'm such a kettle corn snob.
But you mentioned like the pre-pop, like sometimes the like 99-cent store, like Granny Goose.
Granny Goose.
Like,
pour one out for Granny Goose.
Pour one out for Granny Goose. Again, another person. I mean, she's an animal. She's a goose. But
she is anthropomorphized.
I would put her over Act 1 because I can.
Act 2? Wait, is Act 1 or Act 2?
Act 2.
I was like, wait, there's another one?
Yeah, I gotta support the goose. Gotta support the 99-cent store.
I mean, 99-cent store is there for you. You know what I mean? So when, so you said when you were little, your go-to, time to eat popcorn was watching a movie. When now do you find yourself gravitating towards popcorn in your, day-to-day life?
Yeah. I would say it's, time-wise, more of a weekend deal. It's sort of if I just can't decide what I want to eat, and I'm I just want a little snacky snack. That'll be my go-to, but then also it in some ways also like a last resort. It's okay, well, as far as snacking stuff, it's either that or dry cereal or some freeze-dried peaches or something.
Yeah.
I will say it's maybe always will have it sober. I've never I feel if I'm ever feeling some sort of way, I want chips or but I wouldn't say popcorn would be my drunk snack. Or even a stone snack. It's just it's purely a snack. Want to be able to sense it all.
So it's truly a snack, tied to innocence for you.
Yeah. I won't let it see me like that.
So you'd it's probably more of a midday kind of snack, maybe post lunch, pre-dinner, because then after dinner, that's when you go and get sloppy, and then that's when you wouldn't want popcorn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so perfectly light, literally light feeling when you eat it, but also physically light. I feel it is a perfect afternoon snack. It won't really ruin your dinner or your appetite.
Yeah, and I popped a pretty big bowl of it now, but with that maker, I can make, I just do the thing only halfway, and that makes a little Tupperware size. So to be able to have that control is is nice. So
I'm pretty committed to this whole bowl now. I guess I have to finish it. There's no way. plastic bags, saran wrap. I don't know who that is. I have to finish this whole thing.
Yeah, so that's mostly when I have it. It's either like I knew I was going to have this today, so I'm like, ooh, I'm going to have just like a little light lunch because I know I'm going to have some like popcorn after work.
I love that you like really included snack time in your plan today.
Yeah, so it's always been there for me. And to think like even in like talking about it, how many like memories resurfaced around it. I'm like, wow, go to therapy, kid.
But I think they're all like good memories, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're suppressing some popcorn memories that are traumatic, but you know, you're still eating it today, so it can't be that bad.
I'm still eating it today. Unlike, kind of something I like ate and now avoid. I don't know. But yeah, so it's been, I know you and I have talked about like Disneyland a lot, but like, I just want some like Disneyland with like that like soft, like powdery, not powdery, but like I can like feel the flavor coming off.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably crack. Like, let's be real. Like Disneyland stuff is just covered in crack.
I saw that Disney World is open, so I was just like, like how much is it for like a ticket just to fly there? Like right God. Now when it's not busy. I mean, they haven't lowered the price of admission, so I'm like, come on.
Oh my God. Did you see that there were insane lines yesterday for downtown Disney?
Yeah.
And it's all of the like reseller people. They like bought up all this like Splash Mountain plushes and stuff and are now selling them like really marked up because they're no longer going to have those Splash Mountain plushes since they're changing it to Princess and the Frog. Rightfully so, and I'm so excited for it. Yeah.
That's annoying.
Mm-hmm. Capitalism.
I mean, I'd risk it all for a Marceline's confectionery apple.
Oh my God. The cheesecake, I think it's like a caramel cheesecake apple is so good. You have to get it next time. Just
give me one just wrapped in the fondant. I think the Pixar apple was my favorite one ever. Just straight up icing. Maybe it was chocolate. I don't know.
Oh, yum. Maybe we should do an episode on caramel or caramel apples one day. Come back on the pod and we'll talk about it. But any last words on popcorn, Chad? Speak now or forever, or what? Speak now or forever hold your peace, because this is your last chance to talk about popcorn ever.
Ever. I would say, I would love to. When I didn't have the microwave, I was looking to see like if Jiffy Pop was still sold, which is the kind that you like comes ready to make on the stove. But it was expensive. I guess it's like vintage. I don't know. But I would say I would say go out there and try different ways of making the popcorn. Not saying you have to. I think my popcorn pop was maybe $20 or something.
And such a game changer.
I think you should add some seasoning.
I think the ability to change the size that you're popping is like such a big like draw for me to possibly get one of those.
Yeah, that's been good. Oh my gosh, I just remembered I have M&M still. Ooh, I should add M&M. Or maybe not with the seasoning, no. What am I saying? The seasoning is pretty much all at the bottom.
Well, thank you so much, Chad. Thank you for sharing popcorn with me today at Snacktime. I love popcorn. I love you. And I love our listeners. Thank you, listeners, for listening. I hope you popped some corn, fed your children.
Pop, pop, pop.
What?
I was trying to think of a song. I was gonna start singing a song that I thought was a popular one, but it's from The Wedding Singer, the musical. I could have sworn there was a pop song.
Popcorn, popcorn, yummy. Like paparazzi.
Pop hair Yahtzee.
Pop hair Yahtzee. What is that game called? Mad Gab?
Mad Gab.
I love Mad Gab. When like that Instagram oh my god, can I think of words? Instagram story filter was going around that was basically Mad Gabs.
Gabs.
I was all about that.
Yeah. All about it.
Well, I'm all about this life, and I'm all about you, and I'm all about snacks. I'm all about snack time. So thank you, Chad, for being here. Thank you, listeners, for listening. And keep it poppin'.